Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another Skyforge video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a basic guide on Revenant. A lot of people have been requesting this, even though I believe this class is very straightforward and I think it's one of the easier classes to learn. It's like I said in my what's the best class video. The three classes that do the most damage with the least amount of effort are probably Cryomancer, Revenant, and Outlaw. And Revenant's a very simple class. However, this is just going to be a beginner's guide. I'll be giving some more advanced tips later on. Leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see another guide on Revenant. But before we get into this guide, we're just going to start by going over some of the moves and all that stuff. What this class actually has to offer. So we're going to start with two of its combo attacks. Basically, Destruction Blow. Destruction Cancellation is just how to cancel Destruction Blow. You just let go of R2 or right trigger, depending on what platform you're playing on. Destruction Blow, within several seconds, prepares a powerful blow which inflicts 4.81 million damage to the enemies in front of the Revenant and knocks them down. While the attack is being prepared, the Revenant can move forward at a reduced speed. Now, keep in mind, this currently on Xbox One does get glitched sometimes. So sometimes when you're holding this down, you actually can't move at all. I believe the developers are aware of that and are working on a fix for it now. But it happens sometimes. And the damage numbers, guys, keep in mind they go by your current prestige and might level in the game. So yours might not say 4.81. It might say more. It might say less, depending on how powerful your character is. But anyway, let's get into the abilities. So Slashing Blow, alternating axe blows, which inflicts 361,000 damage to the enemy and slows them down for 3 seconds. Revenant's other attacks enhance the next 3 slashing blows, allowing them to inflict 100, 200, and 300% more damage, respectively, restore energy, and reduce the remaining cooldown of Death Steward by 1 second. The third enhanced slashing blow activates the companion's attack. Now, Slashing Blow is probably the #1 move you want to keep in your rotation at all times. Now, I want you guys to keep that in mind. Other moves enhance Slashing Blow, meaning what? You never want to open with Slashing Blow. So your first instinct with Revenant should never be running up to an enemy and pushing square or X, because if you do that, you're already playing it wrong and you're screwing yourself out of extra damage. So the next move we're going to talk about is Punishment. Punishment is actually one of my favorites. Leave a like on this video if you've ever went into PvP, knocked a guy down, and the last move you got on him was Punishment, slamming that axe right onto his stun-locked body. Let me know if you guys ever done that in PvP before. Deals 1.2 million points of damage to the target. If the target has less than 50% health left, the damage successfully increases by 100%. A successful ability will reset its cooldown, transfer a certain amount of health to the Revenant, which depends on the defeated enemy. So Punishment, I'm not going to say it's a finisher, but it definitely can be, depending on the strength of your opponent. But Punishment, you want to keep it in your rotation very often. So for the most part, this is what I'm going to say. A lot of people are going to tell you square, square, triangle. However, I'm going to say square, 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 triangle, or X, 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 Y, instead of X, X, Y, or square, square, triangle. And the reason for that is because we're going to go back to Slashing Blow and take a look. Allowing the next attacks to inflict 100%, 200%, and 300% more damage. Meaning inclines from 3 attacks, not 2. Hence why you want to go square, 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 triangle instead of square, square, triangle, or X, X, Y. So you want to go, for Xbox, you want to go X, 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 Y, or for PlayStation, you want to go square, 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 triangle. Now let's talk about some of its other moves. Slaughter. This one, me personally, and this is just my personal suggestion, I like to put this one in my rotation a lot. I actually alternate between Slaughter and Punishment because, they both have short cooldowns. Punishment has 12 seconds. Slaughter has 8. So I use Punishment first. So for example, if I'm doing my rotation, right, my first one will be square, 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 triangle. And then my second one, when I get around to it again, will be square, 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 circle. So for Xbox, that would be X, 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 Y, And then for your second combo would be XXXB. But let's talk about Slaughter. After activation, performs a quick circular strike with the axe within an 8-yard radius around him, dealing 1.8 damage and slowing down enemies. So not only is it a powerful attack, but it also slows down enemies as AoE. The damage is increased by 50% for every enemy damaged with the ability, except for the first one, up to a 150% damage bonus when it hits all targets. With an 8% chance, slashing blow grants the Revenant the repost effect, which increases the damage of the next slaughter by 150%. Now you guys will see why I keep slaughter in my rotation often, because using it in combo with slashing blow, that's the effect that you'll get. So, and it also says using the ability while under the repost effect resets the remaining cooldown of punishment, increases its damage to hit targets by 100% and makes it free. So, as you guys know, punishment and slaughter, they help each other, which is why, again, I say square, 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 triangle, then excuse me, square, 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 circle, or X, 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 Y, then X, 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 B. Now, next we're going to be talking about Dehydration. Dehydration is basically, just an ability. It's the lifesteal ability. Sucks the life out of the target for 3 seconds, dealing 842 damage every second and pulling it to the Revenant. In 3 seconds, the target will be knocked down, and the Revenant's critical hit chance on it will be increased by 20% for 10 seconds. Now, that's another thing with dehydration. Now, I'm not going to suggest doing this all the time, but dehydration, because of that critical chance, isn't bad to use for an opener. So let's say, instead of opening with Destructive Blow, you want to open with Dehydration. So you would go L2 square or left trigger X, dehydrate them, and then go into your square, 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 triangle, or X, 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 Y, etc., etc. You guys get the drift. Now, this one is really cool. Embrace of Pain. This is the one I see a lot of people complain about, that makes the Revenant seem overpowered. Turns all incoming damage into healing and protects remote control effects for 6 seconds. When the effect fades, all enemies within a 12-yard radius will be horrified for 3 seconds. Now, Embrace of Pain can be used for a lot of things. Not only can it save you from taking severe amounts of damage, like for example, all you guys who are running the Avatar raids, especially the one for the Oceanids right now on Xbox. Those waves that you can't, that are difficult to deal with all the ads in that special room, the little eel things that do the big giant waves. What do you think would be a good way to counter that? I'm gonna let you guys think about that for a second, and then we're gonna continue. But yeah, so basically Embrace the Pain, just use it anytime you're in a critical situation. Not only does it heal you, but it also, backs the enemies off you, just so you can regain control of the situation. Now, Gloomy Shadow, this is a real cool one. It's also another good opener as well, or if, you're behind, and everyone's, ran ahead a bit and you need a way, just to leap into battle, you tap R1 or right button, and the Revenant launches an illusion of itself, and basically wherever you hit R1 or right button again is where the Revenant's going to land. I'll show you guys a physical example. Destruction. This is well, we've already went over Destruction. You hold R2, you can move and all that stuff. So I don't even know why I was getting ready to get into that. Now, Death's Steward. This move is really important in your rotation. It has a 1-minute cooldown, and the cooldown can be knocked down by doing your other combos properly. So make sure you guys are using the rotation that I showed you in the beginning. The Revenant summons a deadly R with a 12-yard radius for 12 seconds. Within the zone, enemies are slowed down, cannot dash, and receive regular damage. The Revenant is immune to control. His might is increased by 60%. Energy regeneration rate is increased by 200%, and the cooldown of all attacks is reset. So basically, when you're under Death's Steward, you get large, and you can spam that square, 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 triangle, and square, 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 circle attack I told you guys about over and over. And not to mention, your might's increased by 60%. So you are powerful. You are deadly by all. Trust me. I'll show you guys here in a second. Absorption. Now, this is a really, really, really important move. This you want to make sure you keep in your rotation as much as possible. anytime you have the option to finish off an enemy with absorption, even if you see another player taking care of it, get that finisher. I'm going to show you why. Inflicts fatal damage, so it's a finisher. Available when the target has a small amount of health left. Restores all energy, increases damage dealt by 50% for 12 seconds, and reduces the remaining cooldown of Death Steward by 20 seconds. So if you're a kill stealer type player, whether it's in PvP or PvE, you can keep your damage increased permanently by 50% as long as you're hitting the right mobs and getting these finishers on enemies that you see other players attacking. Now, I'm not going to say, run around and steal everybody's kills, but I'm saying if you can benefit your raid party or PvP team, by doing extra damage, and to top it off, all the other buffs you get from all the other moves, then, why not? Now, these two talents are real simple. Call of Torment. It just makes Dehydration an AoE to all, monsters that are near the target. Inspiring Power. The Revenant duplicates the strongest aura of the support class character within a 40-yard radius. Basically, what that means is every raid party should have a Revenant. If you're doing a raid and there's no Revenant in your party, you are wrong. And be mad at me for saying that for whatever, but anything that can benefit a support class, especially how different and unique support classes are played in Skyforge, they're not typically healers, I would say you should always have a Revenant in a raid group. Always. Because, it's just going to be for everybody's benefit. Everyone's going to do more damage. Everyone's going to be more protected. Everyone wins. Just, why not? So anyway, I'm going to give you guys an example of, of my rotation for a Revenant right now, just so you guys can see. So I'm honestly just going to start off, with the holding R2. I'm going to slam. I'm going to cast the ultimate attack. And then I'm going to do square, 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 triangle, square, 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 circle. That way, you're always getting damage buffs, and you guys can see in the bottom left-hand corner, all my damage buffs are always on. And like I said, if you want to do more critical damage, you can open with Dehydration too. As you guys can see, it works just like an AoE. But like I said, and I'll show you guys again. My basic rotation for Revenant is square, 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 triangle, square, 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 circle. And then, use the finisher, of course. That'll get you the extra damage. And, if you want to be fancy with it, you need to catch up to the group or whatever. Use the Gloomy Shadow, slam in, cast your ult, square, 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 triangle, square, 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 circle. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Revenant's actually, like I said, a very straightforward, very easy class. It buffs itself with its own attacks. Real simple to use. You can't get too much easier than that. But anyway, guys, y'all enjoyed this video, and if it helped you, be sure to smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out, take care.